Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Jaspreet Singh. I'll be taking art, culture and history part, prelims से लेके mains तक, ठीक है? So what my agenda is, tell you what is the syllabus, tell you what are the questions coming, and what are the sources and how to go about it. ठीक है ना? In this exam, मैम ने भी काफी आपको advice दिया. The biggest challenge is to find out what not to study, to limit your sources और उन्हीं को बार बार रिवाइज करना है. किताबें बहुत हैं, है ना? You have seen so many shops. पागल हो जाए इंसान. What this lecture will cover? Trend देखेंगे. What is the trend in history? है ना? In GS every subject has उसकी एक हैसियत है. तो this हैसियत we will decide कि history की हैसियत क्या है. According to that only we must invest our time, है ना? Like ma'am has also told you, optional is very important. And then comes your 250 marks essay paper, then comes your 250 marks ethics paper. In history, 5 to 8 questions are coming in prelims. In mains, modern is there, culture is there, post-independence, world history is there. Combined 5 to 7 questions are coming. अब आप 5-7 क्वेश्चन के लिए पूरा 3 महीने लगा रहे हो, it is a wrong strategy, right? We should have our priorities fixed. In our life, everything is priority. Trend analysis, syllabus, PYQs, previous year question. And in this exam, the best guide to study what not to and what to study is the previous year question and syllabus. Syllabus is very terse. It is not elaborate, तो समझ नहीं आता है. समझने के लिए we must go for previous year questions. कि what is going to be asked from this topic, ठीक है? And then we'll see the sources. So this is the agenda, remember it. आ जाओ, trend देखें. 4 traditional pillars are there of the prelims paper: polity, geography, history and economics. By history I mean modern Indian history. This year these 4 pillars were annihilated. सारा कुछ current affairs आ गया, ठीक है ना? Game change होगी, कोई बात नहीं. But if we have prepared these 4 traditional pillars, ना, we get confidence कि I am at a respectable level. अब उसके बाद कुछ भी game change होगा, game will change for everyone. And it is not only changing for you. ये देखो pattern देखो. Culture question, earlier they were not asking much. In 2013 and 2014, ना, weightage increased. 2015 they are again gone to sleep. Ancient history, ठीक है, 1-2 question आ रहे हैं. Medieval, 2014-15 many questions came. 2016 का नहीं है इसमें. There also culture was only little much. Modern Indian history के 5-6 question थे. They were easy in nature. Most of it was current affairs. Now tell me, what is the priority among these 4? क्या करोगे? सबसे पहले कौन सा करोगे? Modern Indian history. It is the most easy of these 4 topics to master. Now you can get control over it. Always go for those subjects where you can get control. अब ancient, medieval and culture, it is very difficult to get control. But छोड़ के नहीं आएंगे कुछ भी. We will never leave any topic. We will at least prepare these 3 topics at such a level कि easy to medium question are in our control. क्योंकि वो सब कराएंगे फिर आप पीछे रह जाओगे, है ना? This is a relative exam. तो we will never leave any topic. हम basic जरूर करके जाएंगे and where we can get good control उसको अच्छे से पुख्ता करके जाएंगे. This should be our strategy. आ जाओ मेंस में देखते हैं. व्हाट इज द स्ट्रेटजी इन मेंस. मॉडर्न इंडियन कल्चर का नहीं डाला है. कल्चर 2 क्वेश्चंस केम इन 2015. सो 2 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम कल्चर, 2 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम मॉडर्न इंडियन हिस्ट्री, वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री 2 क्वेश्चंस. पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस नो क्वेश्चंस आफ्टर 2013. ठीक है. तो नाउ टेल मी व्हाट नीड्स टू बी प्रिपेयर फर्स्ट. मॉडर्न तो कर चुके हैं प्रीलिम्स के लिए, वी हैव डन इट. सो नाउ वी विल प्रिपेयर वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री एंड वी विल प्रिपेयर पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस हिस्ट्री. पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस हिस्ट्री इज बिट वेग. इट्स बिट वेग, है ना? उसका सोर्सेज देखते हैं. बट व्हाट आर स्ट्रैटेजी शुड बी दैट वी विल एनुमरेट द मेजर इवेंट्स आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस. इसका जब सिलेबस देखेंगे, थ्रू दैट वी विल नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट विल बी आस्क्ड. तो इसका सिलेबस देखेंगे, इसके इवेंट्स वी विल सी, मेजर इवेंट्स आफ्टर 1947. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देर हैव बीन मेजर वॉर्स, है ना, देर हैव बीन इमरजेंसी इम्पोज हुई है, जेपी मूवमेंट है, वो सब आप पढ़ोगे. द पॉइंट इज इन वेक सब्जेक्ट्स प्रिपेयर मेजर टॉपिक्स, है ना, दैट विल सफाइस. देन क्वेश्चंस वर होलिस्टिक इन नेचर. अर्लियर क्या होता था कि दे यूज्ड टू आस्क 2 मार्कर क्वेश्चंस, 5 मार्कर क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट इज पथारू घाट इंसिडेंट, है ना, और व्हाट इज बब्बर अकाली मूवमेंट. अब वो सब चला गया जमाना. नाउ दे आर आस्किंग होलिस्टिक क्वेश्चंस. Critically analyze the economic policies of British since their arrival till 1947. So this is a holistic question. Now here you don't need to remember कोई particular event. You need to have a broad understanding, a bird's eye view of the topic. तो story बना के पढ़ेंगे, clear हो जाएगा, है ना. We'll have a story कि पहले वो आए, what kind of economic policies. You have a basic understanding कि they reduced us to exporter of raw materials and importer of finished goods. और भी अलग अलग पॉलिसीज है. दे डिडंट अलाउ सेटअप ऑफ इंडिजिनस इंडस्ट्रीज. तो वी विल एनालाइज ऑल दोस इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज, है ना. तो क्वेश्चन इज नाउ ब्रॉड, इट इज नॉट अ स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन. देन वन मोर ट्रेंड इज देयर दैट क्वेश्चंस आर इंटरलिंक्ड. फॉर एग्जांपल देयर वाज वन क्वेश्चन, व्हाट आर द वेरियस सोशल, पॉलिटिकल एंड इकोनॉमिक वर्ल्ड इवेंट्स व्हिच हैव इन्फ्लुएंस्ड आवर फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. नाउ यू सी वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री और मॉडर्न को कंबाइन कर दिया. नाउ यू हैव टू स्टडी होलिस्टिकली. स्टैंड अलोन क्वेश्चंस नहीं आ रहे हैं. तो इट इज वेरी इजी. वैसे भी हिस्ट्री में एवरीथिंग इज इंटरलिंक्ड, है ना. यू जस्ट नीड टू बी अवेयर कि व्हेन आई एम स्टडिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस कैन कम. आ जाओ सिलेबस देखें हम जरा. इन प्रीलिम्स दे हैव रिटन हाउ मेनी वर्ड्स आर देयर, 7 वर्ड्स. कि ये है सिलेबस, बूझो तो जाने. हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया एंड इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट, वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डिसाइफर व्हाट इज इट. नो इश्यूज. मेंस का सिलेबस विल गिव अस सम काइंड ऑफ इंडिकेशन. कल्चर में आर्ट फॉर्म्स, लिटरेचर, आर्किटेक्चर फ्रॉम एंशिएंट टू मॉडर्न टाइम्स. ऑलराइट, सो वी नीड टू हैव नॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट फॉर्म्स, लिटरेचर एंड आर्किटेक्चर. ठीक है ना. देन मॉडर्न का दिया है, मिडल ऑफ द 18th सेंचुरी मीन्स 1750 से पढ़ने का अपन को. अर्लियर 2000 बिफोर 2013 व्हेन सिलेबस वाज रिवाइज्ड, इट वाज 1857. देन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल, वेरियस स्टेजेस. वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री में दिया है, मिडल ऑफ द इंक्लूड इवेंट्स फ्रॉम 18th सेंचुरी सच एज इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, वर्ल्ड वॉर्स, विड्रॉल ऑफ नेशनल बाउंड्रीज, कोलोनाइजेशन एंड डीकोलोनाइजेशन. तो दे हैव गिवन सम इंडिकेशन कि दिया आर द मेजर वर्ल्ड इवेंट्स, यहाँ से हम पूछेंगे. देन पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस में क्या दिया है, पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस कंसोलिडेशन एंड रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद इन द कंट्री. जल्दी जल्दी पैटर्न चेंज हुआ था, फटाफट सिलेबस आउट करना है, जितना हो सकता था दे हैव रिटन. This is insufficient to decide what we have to study and what we don't have to study. So now the next tool at our disposal is previous year questions. ठीक है ना, उससे पढ़ेंगे. Through those questions we have deciphered कि syllabus क्या है कल्चर का. अब समझ आ रहा है कल्चर में क्या पढ़ना है. We have to study architecture and sculpture. In architecture there will be cave architecture, temple architecture. है ना, ये सब क्वेश्चंस के थ्रू यू विल गेट टू नो. नाउ इन टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर देर आर 3 फॉर्म्स ऑफ टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर, नगाड़ा, द्रविड़ एंड वेसरा. ओनली 3 फॉर्म्स आर देयर. इन्हीं में से कोई क्वेश्चन आएगा, अगर आएगा क्वेश्चन ऑन टेम्पल आर्किटेक्चर. यू नीड टू जस्ट स्टडी व्हाट आर द बेसिक फीचर्स, व्हाट आर द एरियाज इन विच दीज 3 फॉर्म्स आर फाउंड, व्हाट आर द डिस्टिंक्टिव फीचर्स, व्हाट आर द टाइमलाइंस. बस उसी में से क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा, है ना. आर्किटेक्चर इज डन. Then many of the cultural topics overlap with the ancient period. कोई ancient period में Gupta age is there, Mauryan age is there. They were patterns of architecture, patterns of culture. So many things will overlap there. The point is, whenever you study, for example, architecture, you study for culture. Then again you study in ancient history. वहाँ भी आएगा. Don't duplicate the effort. एक जगह से पढ़ लो वो topic and complete that topic. दोबारा मत पढ़ो वहाँ से, ठीक है. Then religion and philosophy, it will also come in ancient. Now there are 6 schools of Indian philosophy. 6 schools are there. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Mimamsa and Vedant. 6 schools are there. हर साल किसी एक स्कूल से क्वेश्चन आता है. 6 कर जाओ, question is done. What are the basic feature of each philosophy? What are the distinctive features? Every philosophy will talk about some path to liberation. How to reach that liberation? What is liberation? उन्हीं पे क्वेश्चन बन जाएगा. Indian paintings, Rajput paintings are there, Pahadi paintings are there, distinctive features you read. The point is in GS na, you just need to know the basics. बेसिक्स पता हो बस, दैट विल सफाइज, दैट विल सर्व योर पर्पस. कोई इसमें पीएचडी नहीं करनी है. Indian dances are there. There are folk dances. There are classical dances. There are 8 classical dances. 8 में से कोई एक आएगा, कर लो अच्छे से. बेसिक फीचर किसी में कुछ मुद्राएं होंगी, कहीं हाथ ऐसे होगा वैसे होगा, कर लो, है ना. तो पॉइंट इज इट इज वेरी इजी टू टारगेट कि व्हाट विल बी आस्क्ड वंस यू हैव अ क्लैरिटी कि सिलेबस क्या है. क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. प्रीलिम्स 2014. With reference to Satriya dance, it is one of the 8 classical dances. Game khatam. We have done this. We have done the 8 classical dances. From there only they have. Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi, they are very common. तो उसमें से obviously they will never ask. है ना? This is typical. पहली बार सुना होगा. Satriya is a combination of music, dance and drama. किसी को idea है इस question के बारे में? Attempt this question. Tell me, first statement कैसा लग रहा है? Does it look logical? It is a form of dance. Will it have music, dance and drama? Drama होगा. First statement looks rational and logical. What about second? It is a centuries old living tradition of Vaishnavites of Assam. It is a dance of Assam. This is a bit factual. अब नहीं पता. It is based on classical rag, tal and devotional songs composed by Tulsidas, Kabir and Mirabai. These 3 personalities have different chronologies. अलग-अलग timelines में है. कैसे हो सकता है? गलत है ये. Third statement is wrong. आंसर सी और डी तो नहीं हो सकता. ईदर इट इज ए और बी. नाउ यू हैव 50-50 चांस. यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन, बट बेस्ड ऑन कॉमन सेंस यू हैव अराइव्ड एट अ सिचुएशन वेयर यू हैव 50-50 चांस. मार्क कर दो. कौन सा करोगे? हैं? बी करोगे ये करोगे? आंसर इज बी. ठीक है. Many of you have opted for B. The point is it is very logical. And there also one statement was based on common sense. Alright, so this source is there, CCRT. I'll mention the sources. Government website है. Someone has compiled this whole website. Notes आपके मिल जाएंगे किसी भी coaching on any bookshop you'll find. Alright, so there explicitly it is mentioned regarding the Satriya dance. In one paragraph, you will find the answer. Let's do one more question. Now, architecture में there are rock cut architecture, there is temple architecture. They have asked a question on rock cut architecture. The caves in Badami are the oldest surviving rock cut caves in India. Now, when you are doing this rock cut topic, obviously you must know which are the largest caves, which are the oldest caves, है ना? Which caves have some distinctive feature. ये सब तो पता होना चाहिए. तो उसी पे से they are asked, and whenever you will study this topic from any source, they will mention all these features. So Badami caves, these are in Karnataka. Oldest, they are not the oldest. The Barabar rock caves, they are in Bihar. They are the oldest. They are not made by Chandragupta Maurya, it is Ashok. So game खेल रहे हैं. Ellora caves are made for different faiths. What do you think about this statement? Is it correct? कैसा लग रहा है? Feel कैसा आ रहा है reading the statement? Of different faith. Actually it is correct. Ellora में these caves are of different faiths. Buddhism, Jainism and Brahmanism. तो when you study this topic, आपको एकदम से दिमाग में ठनकना चाहिए. This is a secular aspect of our country. This is important. ये पूछ सकते हैं. All right. So first is wrong, second is wrong. Answer is C. Again CCRT website, they have mentioned the source. Now in ancient history. In ancient history, Harappan civilization, prehistoric, Vedic age, some concepts from these, they can ask some famous excavation sites, Lothal कहाँ है ना? वो सब they can ask. Then Mahajanpad, some big empires like Magad, they rose. What are the reasons for rise of Magad? Now in prelims, they are asking 2 type of questions. One is very factual. Second is somewhat analytical, like we have seen those statement-based questions. ठीक है ना? Religious reform, this is basically topic of Jainism and Buddhism. Jainism and Buddhism will rise in 5th, 6th century. Reasons for rise of Jainism, Buddhism, what did they propound? है ना? वो सब चीजें इसमें आ जाएंगी. So the point is कि this is again very fully fleshed. We can predict what will come. We can easily prepare for the questions. Question देखते हैं इसमें. With reference to the philosophical thought in India, consider the following statement regarding Sankhya. 6 स्कूल हैं, 6 में से एक आ गया, है ना? It is very Sankhya does not accept theory of rebirth or transmigration of soul. अब देखो, these are Indian schools of philosophy. क्या लगता है? Will they accept theory of rebirth? All these schools? दोबारा होगा जन्म? बताओ. Sankhya holds that it is self-knowledge that leads to liberation and not any exterior influence or agent. There will be some differences कि liberation कैसे मिलेगी. Some will say कि भक्ति करने से मिलेगी भक्ति मार्ग. Some will say कर्म मार्ग कि do निष्काम कर्म, work for others, you will get liberation. Some will say no, ज्ञान मार्ग, have self-knowledge. So when you will do these 6 schools, you will know there are different ways on liberation. So second statement is correct. First statement is wrong. They accept, most of the schools, they accept theory of rebirth. दोबारा जन्म होगा. इस जन्म में सुख नहीं मिला तो next जन्म में मिलेगा. Right? So answer here is B. The point what I am trying to demonstrate is questions can be predicted if you know what is the syllabus, if you have gone through the previous year questions. Now comes medieval. Now in medieval, it is the most vague part. But here also, early Sultanate period, ठीक है ना, तुगलक जैसे आएंगे, चिश्ती आएंगे, what kind of unique developments under their rule happened. For example, Tughlaq के अंदर market system developed, है ना? He developed a specific kind of market system, markets for different products he developed. He standardized the agricultural practices, land revenue system एक setup किया. That land revenue system still continues. So these are the contributions. This kind of questions can come. For Akbar, a question आया था, what is ibadat khana? Now Akbar represents what? Some secular religious aspect of the Mughal rule. तो उससे वो इबादत खाना आ गया. It was a religious chamber. Discourse होता था वहाँ पर. विजयनगर empire, South का बहुत बड़ा empire है. Some aspects of Vijayanagar empire can come. Then religious Sufi movements, like Namdev is there, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is there, Kabir Ji is there. उनका क्या contribution रहा है? Some aspects can come here. ठीक है. Question करते हैं देखो. Arrival of Babur into India led to introduction of gunpowder in the subcontinent, introduction of arc and dome in the region's architecture. Now tell me about the second statement. क्या लगता है? बाबर तो बहुत late आया, 1526 he came. Before that also many Mughal rulers came, many Muslim rulers came. So they must have introduced this kind of architecture, right? So second statement तो गलत लग रहा है, common sense ही गलत लग रहा है. Second is wrong. तो answer is either B or C. So it means third, even if you don't know 3, कि सही है कि नहीं सही है, वो सही है. 3 is there in both the options. Now we need to evaluate first statement. Now who introduced printing press in India first? Who introduced paper in India first? Who introduced gunpowder? ये तो, these are common things. When you will study about the syllabus, you will get to know. So gunpowder, Babur didn't introduce it. Babur popularized its use. Vijayanagar Empire were the first to use it. First statement is wrong. Answer is B. So here also through common sense, through some sort of elimination, we were able to tackle this question. Alright, now comes modern Indian part. अब देखो, in prelims, they are asking factual questions or those questions which can be solved through elimination. But in mains, कागज खाली मिलेगा, the sheet will be blank and you have to fill it. So there you must remember the story. So this whole syllabus you must remember in the form of story. कि Britishers will first arrive in 1608. Now Britishers will then fight among their European brothers. भाई कल्ले तो आए नहीं थे. Other European powers will come. They will fight among themselves. फिर उसमें से एक victorious निकलेगा, the Britishers. Then Britishers will fight next whom? They will fight the other princely states. मराठा से लड़ेंगे, Sikh Empire से लड़ेंगे, मुगल से लड़ेंगे, बंगाल में लड़ेंगे. There then they will emerge victorious. Then they will try to dominate. They will try to induce some changes. Then there will be some backlash to those changes, which is the 1857 mutiny. After that, Congress will form. Some kind of nationalism will rise. Congress के फिर factions होंगे, moderates and extremists. Extremists, एक और some other ideology will be the revolutionaries who will resort to violent means. Then Gandhi ji will arrive on the scene. He will give different direction to the freedom struggle. So the point is, कि there is a story here. If you remember the story, there is no need to remember the dates. Dates will be ingrained in the story. This is how you study history. This is what is actually required now after change in the pattern 2013. For example, I'll give you one example. There have been many constitutional reforms during the British period. 1773 से लेके फिर Morley Minto reforms 1909, then Montagu Chelmsford reform, then 19. There is a whole story behind these reforms. हर एक reform में there is some unique aspect. तो question can come in mains कि British constitution evolution or constitution evolution in India during the British time was solely because of British convenience and not because of any benevolence. So this is mains question. In prelims, what kind of question they will ask? The 1919 Act was introduced, 4 options. देख रहे हो difference in question. In mains there is a holistic story type. यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक aspect का question है. All right, let's see this question. 1858. This is Queen after the 1857 mutiny जब हुई है. Many of you are not aware of these, but थोड़ा सा understand. 1857 mutinies happened because of some changes introduced by the British. Now they are asking to क्या था उस proclamation में? To disclaim any intention to annex Indian states. By reason for that mutiny was annexation of many Indian states. Like अवध को annex कर दिया 1856 में. तो now you tell me common sense से, will the British roll back this policy? जिसकी वजह से backlash हुआ है? Will they roll back? Why will they? They are very cunning fellows, shrewd fellows. They are smart ones. So they feel कि annexation से we don't need annexation. We can rule them indirectly also. So they will roll back this policy after 1857. First statement is correct. To place Indian administration under the British control. Earlier East India Company था. अब you tell me East India Company has messed up. 1857 में they almost lost the Indian colony. अब क्या करेगी British? ले लेगी उनसे, है ना? They were incompetent. तो second statement is also correct, common sense है. Third statement, to regulate East India Company's trade with India. Company खत्म होगी तो क्या regulation? They will disband the company. There is no East India Company after 1857. You are telling. Yes, that is correct. Many of you have not studied the syllabus, so I am not going into detail. What he is saying, that is correct. 1857 से जो policy पहला था, they will roll back, right? That is what you are saying, ना? ठीक है, तो this question is again under our control. Basic topic कर लिया, it is under our control. All right. Now Gandhi ji will arrive on the scene in 1917. In 1919, he will undertake Rowlatt Satyagraha. This Satyagraha was basically against some laws which curbed the civil liberties. तो इसमें you have not studied this, तो ज़्यादा पता नहीं. But look at third statement. Simon Commission will arrive in 1927. 1928. गांधी जी का Rowlatt Satyagraha 1919. तो if you have even studied basic history, आपको पता है timelines क्या हैं, तो you are able to eliminate third statement. थर्ड एलिमिनेट होते हैं आंसर क्या इधर ए और बी. तो इफ यू नो बेसिक नॉलेज ऑफ दिस सिलेबस यू हैव 50-50 चांस, और ढंग से पढ़ोगे दिस क्वेश्चन कैन बी सॉल्व. गांधी जी यूटिलाइज द होम रूल लीग्स इन 1916 एंड फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट तो जरूरत ही नहीं एवेल्युएट करने का बिकॉज इट इज बोथ इन ए एंड बी ऑप्शंस, है ना. यूपीएससी हैज आल्सो गिवन यू चोर दरवाजा. इफ यू डोंट नो द फैक्चुअल स्टेटमेंट्स दे डोंट मैटर. बेसिक्स पता है तो यू कैन डू इट. what bit louder. Yes, in Champaran, ठीक है ना. Now yes, this will be asked in prelims. For example, Champaran was the first Satyagraha Gandhiji took in India, है ना. Rajkumar Shukla, that person called him there. Now prelims they will ask this kind of question. Who is the person who called Gandhiji in Champaran? Or for that matter, individual satyagraha is launched in 1940 by Gandhiji. Who was the first satyagrahi? They will give 4 options. Who was the second satyagrahi? This kind of questions will come in prelims. So you have to have a combination of both kind of knowledge, some factual and some analytical. In mains, kabhi nahi पूछेंगे, है ना? Mains they will ask how Champaran shaped the future of Gandhiji's struggle in India. ऐसे करके आएगा. Got it? All right. Now let's come to world history. World history में these syllabus ये सब चीजें mentioned हैं. Again same approach. Story बना के चलेंगे. Industrial Revolution 1750. First it will happen in England. Before that some conditions will be laid down which will facilitate your Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution होगा तो क्या होगा? Industrial countries will industrialize, then they will look for colonies, then there will be race for colonies, then there will be rivalries due to colonies, then there will be wars due to colonies. First World War will happen. जो हारेगा उसको जलील किया जाएगा. He will have grievance कि जब बड़ा होऊंगा बदला लूंगा. तो when they will grow stronger, they will again take revenge. World War II will happen. World War II will result in changing of world order. Superpowers will rise. Cold War will start. Cold War will end in 1991, destruction of USSR. In between, USSR will support decolonization, freedom for colonies. So you see, this is a whole story. इस story में आप सबको याद रखना है. If story is clear, questions will be clear. And then in post-independence, they have mentioned post-independence consolidation. There were 550 princely states. तो उन states को consolidate करना है. Some were given plebiscite, some were forcefully occupied. Then reorganization within the country, it means linguistic basis पे they were division of states की इसकी language ये है. 1956 State Reorganization Commission, according to it reorganization happened. But questions have come on Bhudan movement also. Questions have come on 1971 war also. So our strategy should be कि सारे post independence events enumerate कर लो and prepare 200 words on each of these topics. World history and post independence is not part of prelims. It is exclusively part of mains. तो आपको prelims based तैयारी नहीं करनी इसमें, ठीक है? Question देखते हैं. This is last year's question. Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar, despite having divergent approaches and strategies, had a common goal of amelioration of the downtrodden. Elucidate. अब देखो, in our history, there are some classical debates like between Gandhiji and Ambedkar on caste, between Gandhiji and Nehruji on role of religion and state. क्या रहना चाहिए? Should religion be part of state or state and religion should be separate? Then there is debate on Gandhiji and Tagore on nationalism. So there are some classical debates. When you study the syllabus, you know कि भाई ये debates हैं, तैयार करके बैठे हैं. उसी में से एक question आ गया. Gandhiji and Ambedkar both had different views. Ambedkar से caste को destroy करो, annihilate caste, whereas Gandhiji is saying caste discrimination should be annihilated, but caste or varna system is good. It has some benefits. We should not disband that. तो ये basic approach है, उसी पे question आ गया. All right. So how we will able to predict कि ये question आ सकते हैं? How? If we have gone through previous year questions, वहाँ हमको पता लगेगा कि these type of questions are coming again. For example, in 2011 there was a question on Royal Indian Navy mutiny of 1946. There was this question कि the soldiers of Royal Indian Navy mutiny are the unsung heroes of our freedom struggle. This was the question. In 2014, again same question, a topic came on Royal Indian Navy mutiny. This time थोड़ा लहजा अलग था. Question was कि Royal Indian Navy mutiny of 1946 was the final nail in the coffin of the British Empire in India. But topic तो वही है ना. If you have done the previous year question, this topic you would have been able to understand कि this topic क्या है. Then question में क्या लिखना है वो आप कर सकते हो. तो previous year questions give you a direction कि कैसे करना है. Alright, I have written a small answer also. ठीक है ना? This approach is there. First, answer writing भी हमें बहुत सीखने की जरूरत है in this exam. We must have the knowledge, but we must also write the answers. So in this question, first we must write what is the differences. कि इन दोनों के बीच में differences क्या हैं? Then we must write what are their similarities in the approach. Both of them wanted amelioration of the downtrodden. Both of them wrote some journals. Both of them believed in educating them. Both of them advised them to maintain cleanliness, maintain self-respect. And then lastly, we'll give a small conclusion. This is around 80 words. You have to write 200 words. तो अभी तो proper sentence नहीं बनाया है. Proper sentence बनाओगे, easily it will reach 200 words. So the fight in mains exam is not कि you will not know the content. You have 1 year with you. है ना, 1 साल पढ़ाई करोगे दबा के, you will have the content. But there then you must organize the content according to the question. ये भी एक skill है ना, you must master this skill. Now look at this world history question. Africa was chopped into states artificially created by the accident of European competition. Analyze. Now in this question, 1871, Germany and Italy, they will be unified. World history में आप पढ़ोगे. So I was telling you that there will be rush for colonies after industrialization, then there will be rivalry for colonies. So this question is based on that topic only, colonization. So 1871 से पहले there were only 2 players in the world market, France and Italy, England. England and France, they were the, Britain and France, they were the major powers. 1871 में Germany unite हो गया, Germany will come on the scene. अब Germany बोलेगा क्या, मेरे को भी दो, share the colonies with me also. It is a latecomer, there are limited choices for it. Asia is colonized, South America में US का influence है, वहाँ को जा नहीं सकते. So Africa was remaining. So their rivalry among the European competition will result in 1885 Berlin Conference. वहाँ पर क्या होगा? These powers will meet and they will take up a map of Africa और बोलेंगे कि ये तेरा ये मेरा. They will draw straight lines, scale से खींचेंगे. So this is what, this is artificial. अपने हिसाब से you are giving no, you have no regard for the people living there. कोई बाउंड्री के इस साइड मान लो सेम कम्युनिटी इज रिजाइडिंग ऑन बोथ साइड ऑफ बाउंड्री, तो दिस इज इनजस्टिस टू देम. इन रवांडा वी हैड सीन देयर वाज दिस सिविल वॉर गोइंग ऑन बिटवीन हुटू एंड टुट्सी. इट इज रिजल्ट ऑफ व्हाट? इट इज रिजल्ट दिस नॉनसेंसिकल डिवीजन ऑफ अफ्रीका. डिफरेंट एथनिसिटीज यू आर कीपिंग इन सेम ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया एंड सेम एथनिसिटी कीपिंग इन डिफरेंट ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया. ठीक है, तो यही इस क्वेश्चन में लिखना है कि अफ्रीका को कैसे चॉप किया, scramble of Africa, how it happened, the Berlin Conference we have to write, and then we have to write some impact also of this artificial chopping of Africa. So when you will do this topic, you will have complete knowledge. Scramble for Africa, scramble for Asia, scramble for Pacific. Wherever European competition will be there, आप लोग करोगे उसे. So this question is again under control. This is 2013 question. ठीक है? तो you got through these different questions what I was trying to demonstrate. समझ गए आप लोग? हाँ ना? कुछ समझे हो? You are all stunned. Oh, keep things very simple. एकदम simple रखो. 1-2 किताबें पकड़ो, है ना? Study slowly. है ना? This advice I am giving you, study slowly because things initially take time to digest. समझ नहीं आता है कुछ. तो slowly read the things. After 1 or 2 hours, close down the books. Then recall कि मैंने क्या पढ़ा. Discuss with friends. ज़्यादा भी मत करना, 15-20 minutes. After that again go back to studying. So give yourself time to digest things and make things permanent by recalling them. And study only limited sources. This is the key to this exam. If you study many sources, you will be lost. Because revise नहीं कर पाओगे and the key is revision. The more you revise, the more things will become permanent in your mind. Alright, let's come to sources. You can note down these are the sources. For culture, this NCERT is there, new NCERT, Introduction to Indian Art, 11th class. Then Spectrum की Facets of Indian Culture, this Kunji is there. Then CCRT का compilation किसी भी bookshop पे मिल जाएगा. I advise you to first study this NCERT, फिर CCRT पढ़ लेना. This will suffice. And keep your sources limited, but keep such sources which cover 90% of the syllabus. Then ancient history, 11th class, R.S. Sharma, old NCERT. You will find it on any bookshop. Medieval, 11th class, Satish Chandra, old NCERT. ठीक है? Then modern India, There are many books. What I will suggest कि first go for 12th class old NCERT. This is old NCERT. This will give you a basic understanding of the topic. Then go for spectrum. This is again a kunji. कुंजी से कभी कभी समझ नहीं आता, छोटा छोटा लिखा होता है. तो whenever you are not able to understand any topic, then refer to these other reference books like India Before Independence, Bipin Chandra, and Place to Partition by Shekhar Bandyopadhyay. These two books are there. This book has been referred by Gaurav Agarwal. He was topper of 2013. So he found this book very useful. My advice is go for 12th class NCERT and then spectrum. This will cover 90% of your syllabus. जो चीज नहीं समझ आती है वो reference book से पढ़ो. You don't need to cover books. You need to cover the syllabus. ठीक है ना, syllabus cover करना है. Then world history, 11th class के 3 chapters from old NCERT. This is story. 9th class, story of civilization. Then 10th class, chapter 9. 4 chapters from 9th and 10th. And then this Arjun Dev book is there. Orient Black Swan, you will find it on any bookshop. And then one NCERT is there, class 12th, Contemporary World Politics. So these 4 books will cover from Industrial Revolution till 1991 collapse of USSR. पूरा cover कर लेगा आपका world history. Apart from this, there is one reference book, Norman Love. This is a reference book. Use it as a reference. ये मत पढ़ने बैठ जाना. पूरी preparation में यही पढ़ते रह जाओगे. है ना? तो aim should be to cover such books which are manageable, which can be revised 4 or 5 times. This should be our aim. You have ample time, but this is one disadvantage also. तो time जब कम होता है तो बंदा वही पढ़ता है which is relevant. Time ज़्यादा होता है कुछ भी पढ़ने लग जाता है. You study so many things because you have interest in studies. This is a good thing, but channelize it properly. Then post-independence, there are 2 books, Bipin Chandra, India After Independence, then Ramchandra Guha, India After Gandhi. I'll say go for Vijay Nair's post-independence notes because they are made from these 2 books only. इन्हीं दोनों से compile करके बनाए गए हैं. तो utilize the hard work of someone else. ठीक है ना? Don't again reinvent the wheel. And then this class 12th NCERT is there, Politics in India since Independence. तो पहले ये 12th की NCERT पढ़ लेना, read it, and then go for Vijay Nair's notes. Got it? This is post-independence. Then whichever topic you don't find in these books, go for internet. For example, JP movement you study, Jay Prakash Narayan ki movement, 1970s. In every topic, you must know about 4 facts, 4 dimensions. What is that topic? Some positive, some negative, and lastly way forward or legacy. For example, JP movement is there. It was a movement against corruption at the center. So when you study JP movement from any of these books, you must know why that movement took place, what were its aims, then what were some contributions, achievements of that movement. Then some criticism of that movement. For example, it called for extra constitutional measures. It called that the Prime Minister should resign on allegations of corruption. Why? Through the ballot only it is decided who will rule and who will not rule. So you must go through the ballot only. It gave a call to the army not to support the government. This is non-constitutional. So ये criticism हो गया उसका. And lastly, way forward. What were its legacy? JP movement की वजह से जनता पार्टी came to the power. It introduced 44th Constitution Amendment Act. So when you study this topic, for example, 12th class NCERT, you don't find criticism of this topic. The topic is incomplete. Go to the net, find the criticism. You study emergency, you find no achievements of the emergency. भाई हर चीज की कुछ तो achievement होगी. So you go to the internet, you complete the topic. And the topic should be completed, not the book. Book may be insufficient, topic should be completed. समझ गए sources कैसे करने हैं? All right. This advice from Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man or woman who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. How is it relevant to your preparation? UPSC doesn't fear the aspirant who has read 4-5 books but only once. UPSC fears the aspirant who has read 1 or 2 books but multiple times. जितनी बार पढ़ देखो ultimate game क्या है? What is the ultimate game? Ultimate game is कि the blank sheet is in front of you, the question is staring at you. A flood of knowledge should come and you should start writing. In 9 minutes flat, the answer should be complete. This is the end game. To achieve this end game, we need to have multiple revisions from single source. This will suffice. आपने 3 बार पढ़ लिया है, चौथी बार पढ़ो. Don't go for new book. The temptation will be there. है ना? This is my advice. This is the most important advice I feel. All right, let's summarize. Be clear with the syllabus. Cover the syllabus, not the book. Choose limited sources for study. Master those sources through multiple readings. Evaluate your preparation by attempting previous year questions. If you have read the constitutional development, question लगा के देखो. Question solve हो रहा है, you have mastered the topic. Question नहीं हो रहा, something is lacking. Again read the topic. Be smart. Take help of already prepared notes like on post-independence. Solve through options. MCQs you can solve through options also like we had seen. Be selective in your study of topics which are difficult to master. If it takes too much time and it has little return, leave it. But don't leave. Culture पूरा छोड़ के मत जाओ, ऐसे मत करो. Always remember this is a relative exam. If it is a tough topic, it is tough for everyone. It is not only tough for you. Got it? But be simple also. Stick to the syllabus, multiple revisions, practice all previous year questions. ठीक है? Got any questions? Chalo, thank you. Sir will take the next session.